So you kind
Afternoon, everybody. It is 2:10 Monday, Valentine's Day, 2022. Okay, guys, gonna ask you a question. All you preppers out there, think you got it going on, stacked to the rafters, and good to go. Got a question, guys. Given our current state of worldly bullshit, we got almost 3 more years of Papa Smurf here in the White House. And you know what, guys? I don't see an end to this supply chain thing happening anytime soon. So what is one of the methods, one of the siege methods that armies used to do on castles? Okay, first things first. A castle not only has weapons fortifications, but it also has food storage. Okay, very, very important that a castle have food storage. Inside of the courtyard or inside of the walls of the castle, you're not growing crops. You really aren't. That's where marketplaces happen. That's where, a lot of foot traffic. There's no growing crops in the courtyard of a castle. There's really not a lot of, animal husbandry going on in there either. So, let's say there was a goodly amount of warning that his army was coming to invade this castle. Castle got all the villagers out of the area around the castle to bring all their shit inside. So, we got a couple of flocks of sheep inside here. We got a whole shit ton of people all crammed inside this castle. So, what was one of the easiest ways for an invading army to take a castle? Basically, you boycott it. Well, you put your armies around them, and you don't let them get food and provisions and water. Basically, you starve them out. Let's say the castle had maybe like 20 or 30. You had your armies. Your army was about, say, 50, maybe 100 people. And then you've got all these villagers, say 300 villagers. So you got nearly 500 people floating around inside this castle. That's a lot of mouths to feed. That's a lot of water to drink. Not all castles, had a well in them. Some of them did. If they had a well, A1A. But if they didn't, water would have been at a premium. Most castles were stocked to the rafters with, food and supplies. But with 500 mouths, guys, that food ain't going to go very long. You basically, plant your armies outside and wait them out. Now, why am I bringing this up? Everybody's going to ask. Well, Big Daddy has seen the light. What they're going to do, guys, is they're going to mess with our food chains. What's going to happen? Preppers are going to have to start going into their supplies. Those who have not prepped are going to basically start wailing on everybody. They're going to start locusting the neighborhoods for food and provisions. Gangs going to just ravage, neighborhoods looking for food and supplies. And, they'll be taking on more mouths as they need to, But what happens, guys? What happens to you preppers and us preppers? We're stacked to the rafters, but if there ain't any food to continue to keep those preps off limits, then you have armies of hungry villagers beating down your door looking for your food. What, they're predicting a civil war. And what's going to happen is this, guys. Listen to what I'm going to tell you. Basically, the government is going to cut off food to fuel this war, and people are going to go hungry in America. And what's going to happen? Zombie hordes of hungry people are going to come around wanting your food. And that is how the Civil War is. It's not going to be North and South. It's not going to be liberals versus conservatives. It is going to be the haves versus the have-nots, guys. Let me give you an analogy, guys. When Fido, your loyal dog, escapes your backyard and gets lost out and about and don't find his way home, what does he do? He finds a pack. He finds another, or he just finds another dog. They run around together. They establish a hierarchy. And then, boom, they go find another dog. They establish a hierarchy. Boom, now they're a pack. Even a domesticated dog, guys, when they're hungry, and there's a couple of them, they're dangerous. Wolves travel in packs. We need our mags. We need our militias. We need our 3%er groups. We need the wolves to be in a pack. But here's the deal, guys. An army moves on its stomach. I don't care if you've got a semi full of food. If you show up with a semi full of food to in a militia of, say, 125 men, 125 fighting men with families, so that's going to easily double, if not triple, your numbers. So you're going to go from 125 to 250 adults-ish, and then you're going to throw in some kids in there, various ages. Let's throw in, say, 75 of those. So now we've got over 350-ish people. We got an 18-wheeler full of food. Unless we become sustainable, self-sustainable, with herds of meat animals and chickens and a garden to grow stuff, that 18-wheeler is not going to last very long. Even with rationed grub, it won't last forever, guys. We need 3%ers need a cattle ranch. We need sustainability, a garden, a huge garden. Otherwise, guys, we can defend our castles till the food runs out, till the water runs out. But then, what do? We either surrender or we die. We fight our way out and possibly live, but there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, sustainability, or else the government is going to starve us out. Let's go, Brandon.